Hello everyone, I just have a quick video discussing my thoughts on why Shroud is one of the best players in PUBG, but at the same time, he is not in the top 10 for the NA region or any other region if you actually go check right now. And then if you look at PUBG stats, that website, I've checked back and I looked at his stats for even previous seasons and I haven't even seen him in the top 10 there. Yeah, he's gotten close. He's gotten like top 1%, which is really close. But I haven't seen him, top 10 people, that is. Not percentage, but actual top 10 people. I haven't seen him up there. If he's one of the best players, why isn't he on that leaderboard? Well, I think I figured it out, and I just want to discuss that with you. So my thoughts on the topic are that after looking at his PUBG stats, I look back at his solo first-person perspective stats because that's what he plays most, is solo. Now, if you look at squads and duos, I checked that too, and I haven't seen him in the top 10 on either of those either, but he's been really highly rated on those, like top 1% or 2%. But let's just focus on solo first-person perspective because that's what I've looked at the most here. So why isn't he on top 10 for when he just plays by himself? Well, there's a couple different reasons for this. One of the first things I want to point out is that Shroud plays to please an audience, right? So when he hops into a match, it's almost every single time he's going to play to the audience's pleasure, right? He wants to make them excited and interested in the content so they don't stop watching his stream, or so they're interested in the YouTube videos that he posts later. So for example, when he starts a match, he's going to want to land, if he's playing on Erangel, the map Erangel, or Sandhawk. At Erangel, he's going to want to drop at school, or he's going to want to drop at like military base or somewhere in George Pool, anywhere there's a busy spot, right? And then if he plays at Sandhawk, he wants to drop at like boot camp or Painan, ruins, paradise resort, so on and so forth, right? Same can go for Miramar, any of the busy locations there. So why does he drop at these busy locations? Because that is what the people want to see. That's what the audience wants to watch him do. And they want to see him get these really high kill games. They want to see intensity the whole time because it keeps the video exciting. Now, by doing this, every now and then, like I would say, and this is often for him because he's so dang good at the game, but I would say like once in every 5 matches, he has these really good games where it's like 15 plus kills, and sometimes it can rocket up to 30 kills. But that's only like once in every 5 games. So now you have these 4 other matches out of every 5 matches that aren't as great. So he does have a KD of like 5.0 and above, which is crazy. A KD that high is ridiculous. So he has a really high kill rating, but it's his win rating which is affecting his overall rating. So he doesn't even make it to top 10. Like I would say 4 out of 5 times he doesn't make it to the top 10. And that is actually what affects that score. So yeah, he gets this really good kill rating, could be in like the 1900s, but then his win rating maybe might only be like 1500 or 1600. Now, yeah, with that in mind, like that's the kicker right there. That win rating is dropping him down because he's having these really good matches every now and then, but then he has these bad matches a majority of the time. But he's doing it for a good reason. He's doing it because he's trying to keep his audience interested. And what does Shroud care if he's the top 10 if everyone is already talking him up? And that's the other thing I wanted to talk about. So he has this really good match, like 1 in every 5 times, right? Well, this 1 in every 5 time match, it's so good that everyone talks about it, and they just keep talking about it, and they just keep talking him up and up and up, and he gets more and more attention because of it, and he gets more sales, and he gets more views and more money, and all of it works out really well, and it's genius. It's genius of him to do it that way. Why spend his time trying to get the top 10 on the leaderboard, which he most definitely can, and he could do if he tried. I have no doubt in my mind of that because of how good he is at the game. But why even waste his time trying to do that, right? Because he doesn't have to. He can just get the views that he wants to get just by playing how he's playing. And he gets to keep it exciting for himself as well. That's another thing. So not only is he pleasing his audience, but I've even heard him say on his stream before or in his videos that he gets so darn bored. And I think anyone would get bored if they just kept on dropping in a non-busy spot. It does get boring understandably, if you drop somewhere where no one else drops right at the beginning of the game, and then you just loot up and you wait the whole game until the end game where the excitement happens. So yeah, why wait if you don't have to? And besides, you're getting a ton of fun out of showing everyone how good you are at jumping into these busy places, and no one really cares if he doesn't win every single match. If he gets a really good match 1 in every 5 times, that's good enough for people because it's a really, really good match. So yeah, that's my thoughts on the topic. He gets a ton of views off of doing what he does, and he has no real need to get that top 10. Now, if you look at someone like Choco Taco, I believe Choco Taco has gotten top 10 and finished top 10. Like, I think he even finished number 1 a couple seasons in a row. And why did he finish number 1 a couple seasons in a row? Well, that's because he was playing, and I've even watched like a couple of his videos. Like, he posted a couple guide videos on like Level Cap Gaming YouTube channel, for example, and he would talk about his strategy, and his strategy was to land somewhere that has decently good loot, but it's not likely to have very many people, like maybe 1 or 2 people that drop there. And then aside from that, you need to loot up, and then at a certain point in time, you need to start moving right away to the middle of the circle. And then once you get in the middle of the circle, you move to the next middle of the circle, and so on and so forth. You play for survival, because that's what PUBG is. PUBG is a game of survival. Whether or not people realize that, the Battle Royale mode is survival. To get to number 1, you need to do a little bit of survival. If you want to do that the majority of the time, you have to play the game like a survival game. Now, if you want to play like Shroud, sure, you'll get that game 1 in 5 times, or probably less because you're not as good as Shroud. Likely, I don't know. You may be as good as him, but yeah, it's just not going to happen as frequently if you keep dropping at those busy places. You got to play like Choco Taco did, and then you got to be patient. Patience is huge, and Shroud doesn't have time to be patient all the time if he wants to keep his audience interested. So that's why I think that Shroud has not been top 10, whereas Choco Taco has, and it has paid off for Choco Taco being number 1 multiple times in a row, because now he's getting an audience of his own as well. And I've been seeing like consistent 3,000 to 5,000 viewers on his stream, and he gets views on his YouTube channel as well now too. So it's been working for him, but I would say it's definitely worked out best for Shroud doing what he's doing, because as you can see, anytime he gets on, he probably pulls in like 30 to 40,000 viewers on average, I would guess. So it's working out great for him to just keep doing what he's doing. No reason to get that top 10, but yeah, that's why I think he is at where he's at, and why his rating is not any higher than it is. That's all I have to say. If you have any thoughts on this, or if you have any other differing opinions from what I said, just let me know in the comment section. I'm more than happy to see your thoughts, and make sure to discuss with other people your thoughts on this point. Thank you all for watching. Make sure to subscribe if you want to see more videos like this. Leave a like if you enjoyed what you watched and heard, and I'll see you all in the next one.